Controlling project costs. Hi, I'm Bill Carmody. If you want to control project costs, then you want to spend more time up front than you probably think you need to. See, this is the measure twice, cut once philosophy. To control project costs, we think it's happening in the moment while the project is happening, but that's not where you control the project costs. You actually control the project costs upstream. When you're thinking strategically, before you actually say yes to a project, what are all the contingencies? What are all the possible ways that the project can go wrong? And how do I create fail-safes for those contingencies? The way you control project cost is by anticipating things that most people aren't thinking about. What happens when someone's out sick? What happens when there's a family emergency? What happens if we suddenly have another competing project that's going to try to pull resources from this project? When you think like that, what you're doing is you're becoming a chess player who's thinking not 1, 2, but 7 steps ahead. A chess grandmaster isn't just thinking about the next move. They're thinking about all of the possible versions of how the next move is going to affect the game. And that's how you control project costs, by thinking about all the things that could go wrong or all the contingencies that you would need to build in to have a really smooth project toward the end. Now, yes, once you're actually in the thick of it, you can also control project costs by trying to minimize the changes that are occurring. The things you can control is when someone says, hey, I've got this great idea and I want to insert it right here in the project, you can push back. You do not have to agree to it. But what you really want to be able to do is to make sure that you streamline as much as possible the upfront decisions so that what you've proposed actually comes through on the other end. And what that means is you're constantly trying to anticipate the needs of the project, and you're trying to make sure that what you've greenlit can be finished as proposed. Otherwise, what's happening is you're trying to control the project when it's almost too late, because those things that are happening in the thick of it, it's really difficult to actually control because life happens, right? Things that we don't expect are going to happen. But if you anticipate as much as you can the unexpected, you can build contingencies in upfront. And then that's going to give yourself some breathing room when you need to make some line decisions at the time the project is going in full speed.